Culturama, the cultural festival that takes place on our sister isle of Nevis. So several preliminary events have already taken place, such as the recently held Senior Kaiso semifinals that resulted in 8 semifinalists who will be moving on to the finals. So today we are going to look at the junior component of Kaiso as we speak to Keith Glasgow, who is the coordinator of the Junior Kaiso Competition. The show takes place alongside the official opening of Culturama on Thursday, July 21st. So let's begin with Kaiso, Kaiso, Kaiso. 3 times for you here on Good Morning SKN. Welcome to Good Morning SKN, Mr. Glasgow. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you and good morning to the viewing and listening public.
Awesome. So we're getting the conversation started this way. First of all, Kaiso and Calypso. We're talking about the Kaiso show and the Calypso show. Is there a difference between Kaiso and Calypso? And if so, what is it?
Well, what I can tell you is that here on Nevis, for Culturama, we use both Calypso and with the C and Kaiso with the K interchangeably. We use them basically to mean the same thing.
Okay.
So we're not looking at any differences here. We use both words interchangeably. For example, I think earlier we used to use Calypso, and then over the last number of years we started to use Kaiso. So we have the Senior Kaiso contest, and of course I am the chairperson for the Junior Kaiso contest. But for our purposes, we use both terms interchangeably.
All right, I won't tell you which one is my favorite. One just sounds a little sweeter, but that's fair enough. Thank you for that answer. Definitely do.
So, what about soca, Mr. Glasgow? Is this a completely different category?
Soca?
Yes.
Well, soca, we have that as separate, but we also view soca as basically a form of Calypso or Kaiso.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this means this competition is going to be
I think long time
really interesting.
ago, soca used to be promoted as the soul of Calypso, whatever that means.
Okay.
I was hoping you would tell us. I love that you're giving us a little bit of history, though, Mr. Glasgow, the soul of Calypso. Great. So how many competitors are taking part in the Junior Kaiso show, and how many songs have to be presented by each competitor?
Okay. Currently, we have a total of 14 Junior Kaisonians who are preparing for the show 2 days from now. They are all still in the band house, and well, I was supposed to receive from the band leader, Jazzy Connor, the finalists, because usually there is a band house elimination. But I did indicate to him that once all of the Junior Calypsonians are ready with their melodies and their lyrics, well, we may not have to eliminate any one of them. And so right now we're looking, okay, we had a registration of 15, including the reigning Junior Kaiso monarch. However, just yesterday we were informed by his mom that he will not be defending his crown this year. So currently, we have 14 who are preparing, and I suppose by later today, we will know if all 14 will be competing or it will go down to 13 or 12, as the case might be.
Oh, okay.
And of course, in terms of the songs, it's just one round. Each competitor will be singing only one Kaiso, or just one song.
Okay. So, Mr. Glasgow, what are the age ranges?
Well, we have currently from 10, 12, 10, up all the way up to 17.
Oh, okay. And is 17 the cutoff age?
Yes, so once you turn 18, you have to go to the senior contest.
Okay.
That to me shows a lot of promise that you have so many competitors in that age range competing this year. So that says that that tradition would live on. What I want to know now is whether the winner of the junior competition will have the option of performing with the adults.
Well, we always have that option. In fact, I think it was in 2019, the Junior Kaisonians did perform at a 10, you know, for the Senior Calypsonians. We had a couple of Junior Calypsonians on that 10. And it is a custom for us to use the Junior Kaiso Monarch as a guest artist on the final for the Senior Kaiso contest.
So, Mr. Glasgow, let's continue. What categories do the judges look at in this Kaiso competition?
Okay, there are 3 major categories. Lyrics, which is 40 points, music, 30 points, and performance, another 30 points. And that gives you a round figure of 100 points. However, those 3 major categories also have subdivisions, you know, just to assist the judges in, you know, their judging duties.
I'm sorry, sir, could you repeat that? There were subdivisions you said?
Basically, what I will tell you is we use the same criteria and score sheet for both junior and the Senior Kaiso contest.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. All right. So is there any difference with how the adults are judged compared to the juniors? Well, you said you use the same one, so you just answered that question. You preempted my question.
Yes, okay. Criteria and score sheet test.
All right. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we are basically preparing the senior to move on. Sorry, the juniors to move on. And so that is why we use the same criteria and score sheet. So from, you know, a very early time, they would be familiar with what they have to do in order to transition to the senior stage.
All right, thank you, sir. So
let's talk about...
Yes, go ahead, please.
Calypso, it's Calypso, so why not?
All right, so is there an application process? Now the participants entered by schools, or can they just express their interest to you or other members of the committee and participate?
No, the Nevis Island administration has a cultural secretariat that functions throughout the year, like any other government department. And so usually when it is approaching Culturama, we do put out advertisements for persons to register for the contest. So there is usually an opening registration period and a closing registration period. So you have to apply. And so the Calypsonians or Kaisonians that I would have indicated, the 14 now, all of those would have been registered with the Culturama Secretariat.
All right, in terms of familiarity from the public, of the public with the Calypsonians, do you have any names of the participants that you've confirmed so far for us?
Well, yes, okay, we have the names here. As I did indicate to you, the reigning monarch, whose official name is Teron Rebel, and the Kaiso name, Sobrique, is Invincible. He will not be defending this year. So the others that I have here are Quincy Isaac, the mighty QJ, Mickey Washington, Little Legend, Marquez Washington, the mighty J, Dequan Hendrickson, goes by Dequan, and then we have Enije Jones, Prodigy D, and then Anthony H. Moving, the Herald, Rajon Fifield Erastus, Alija Hendrickson, Princess Callie, and then Shante Hendrickson, Princess Neva, Jazel Connor, Junior Jazz, Lakeisha Clark, Princess Keisha, Anila Fife, Princess Kayla. Then we have Na Alia Smithon, Princess Ali. And then finally, we have Divonique Liber, the mighty Divi. So those are the 14 junior Kaisonians that we have registered this year. And as I would have indicated, the reigning Kaiso, junior Kaiso monarch is not defended. That's the king, invincible.
All right, so it's anybody's competition. The competition is
open. This would have been his last year. He's currently 17. By the time Culturama 49 comes around next year, he would have turned 18. So if he's to continue, and we wish that he will continue, he will go to the senior division.
Oh, well, that's definitely something to watch, sir.
So, Mr. Glasgow, what is the date, time, and venue of the Kaiso show?
Okay. The official start of Culturama will be on 2 days from now, Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Cultural Village. You know, here in Nevis, Charlestown, we have 2 cultural venues next to each other. When you leave the ETW Park or the ET Willett Park, you have the Cultural Village, and then next to the Cultural Village, we have the Cultural Complex. The opening ceremony for Culturama 48 or Culturama 2022 will be at the Cultural Village. It begins, as I would have indicated, at 7. And as part of that opening event, the final segment of that opening event will be the Junior Kaiso contest. And it's a free for all. There's no entrance or admittance fee.